Hey, you tourists, it's your boy Domination. This is back of the basic. Again, the only place, 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 all place gonna get it. Oh, place gonna get it. Oh, good place gonna get it. Oh, good place gonna get it. It's right back in the basic. And today's topic we're gonna talk about is, and you know what it is: real men rise up, fake man rise down. Real women rise up, fake women rise down. And today's topic we're gonna talk about is I want to talk about the tales of a dark side. I really mean a tales of the dark side, because I need to talk about the porno industry. And I think I did this article about it before, but this is really another season on this. Remember I tell you there was Danielle Wilson. There's Willis or something her name was. She was an ex-porno star, and she was expressed about her pain. You know, she got out of the porno industry and went to God in her life. She almost was causing her death out of her life onto that. And that's good for her. That is good for her, because I'm not trying to criticize her. But my point is this. Why is it that so many girls go to the porno industry knowing what they're going to get themselves into? No, don't get me wrong. Because we hear it from women, from black and white and what everybody else. Have you noticed that you never hear a white woman ever say about their own men? Why is that? They always talk about, black men. Why is that? I'm just wondering. It's just me, because I never heard this. Now, it might be some white girls talk about their own men, Latino women, Asian women. It might be, but it's always sisters sometimes. But I really need to speak about this, man. I really do, because there's a lot of stuff that's going on. But really, because she was friends with Pinky and all that, and you know how women grow up hating men. I understand that. And it's not all men like that. It's not all. It depends who the man that you're attracted to. You got good men, you got bad men, you got jerks, you got every other man. Most men are the same. Quite a few men are different. Don't get me wrong. Just like not all white people are bad. Most of them can be bad. Don't get me wrong. But quite a few of them are good. They invite you in their house and say how you doing and stuff like that. And the same thing, African American or black African. Most of them are bad, but quite a few of them be good. People just mind their own business. There's good in people individually. People need to look at people individually. But that's the thing. You can't just say all group of people like that. Just like women can't say all men like this, and I can't say all women like that. I think everybody is different. Just like men got to be careful who the women they decision to get with, women got to be careful who the men they choosing by. But I wish nothing but the best for her, and I hope she'll find what she wanted from life from this. But I really need to talk about this, because it's for years they always said about the porno industry for years. But I'm gonna put in my favorite list. Favorite list. I'm gonna put the speech that she was speaking about. I don't want to put it because it's too long. It's like 31 minutes or something. But this one I'm going short video. She's talking about some stuff. But for years, we hear women, they prostitute at a very young age, sold their bodies, they've been raped, been molested by their fathers, and their mothers know about it and stuff like that. And that's what get women in the porno industry, or ran away as a teen, run away as teens, and being stripped as a young age, like 14 and 15. But really, they not allowed. They supposed to be 18 and 17. We hear stories all the time. You got women prostitute, you got women that are stripping, and you got women who are porn stars. Now don't get me wrong. Porn star is a $300 billion industry. It made more money than the NFL and NBA and MLB all together. and it made more money than politicians and rappers altogether. Everybody watched porn at some point. But if porn is so bad, why people are still watching it? Why there's so many women want to get into porn? Women make more money than men do. They don't give a damn about the men that form with the girl he with. Oh, they look at how the girl is hot and look good. I watched porn at the age of 6 and 7. And don't get me wrong, and my brother was like 5 or 6. We were watching porn. We shouldn't have been watching at a very young age, but we did. You probably got some kids, young people, older people, black, white. Everybody watch porn. I mean, people, but this is why a lot of parents are scared to teach kids about sex, because they feel like if they can't get it the right way, they're gonna get it the wrong way. That it don't mean it feel as love. It gonna feel an unloved and being wanted it. And I think that's why a lot of teen pregnancy going on and a lot of divorces. A lot of people did blame porn for this. Now, porn can be part of it, but it really can't blame it. Porn can help people to bring relationships and bring to sex education, all that together. I believe porn here to stay, but I think porn do need to change a view, how it see things. But trying to destroy it is not going to solve it, because too many people watching porn. Because the only way to destroy it is show a better and get off of that positive and positive get. The only way to destroy porn to get rid of the negative light, how they see porn and see porn in a positive light, to making love. Because sex only important when you got somebody to share it with. But here's the video of this lady that's speaking out about porn. Here's the video right here, and I want to play this with y'all, because you need to hear her story about what her trial tribulation and what she had to witness, what she come from here and from there for what she's going through. Here's the video right here, all right? Here's the video, okay? All right.
Because every time I was hurt, it came from a man. Danielle Williams believes she had good reason to hate men. It began when a daycare provider's son repeatedly molested her starting at 8 years old. He instilled that fear. If you tell, this is what's going to happen to you. And he would hit me. He would physically abuse me. I was scared of him. And then I was like, well, if I tell, maybe I'll get in trouble. So I didn't say anything. She lived with her father after her parents divorced, and she watched him routinely beat every...
I'm sorry about that. I'm going to play it again. I'm sorry about that. But a lot of women grow up with this, especially black women. And that's probably the main reason why black women hate black men. But that's every woman in general. But notice that it's always showed black women. It's always showed that explains why.
Started to hate men at this time because every time I was hurt, it came from a man. Danielle Williams believes she had good reason to hate men. It began when a daycare provider's son repeatedly molested her starting at 8 years old. He instilled that fear. If you tell, this is what's going to happen to you. And he would hit me. He would physically abuse me. I was scared of him. And then I was like, well, if I tell, maybe I'll get in trouble. So I didn't say anything. She lived with her father after her parents divorced, and she watched him routinely beat every girlfriend he had. He eventually turned that rage onto Danielle, adding him to the list of men she hated. He picked me up by my throat. He lifted me up and he threw me down to the floor. He beat me so much that I passed out. Danielle's father went to jail for child abuse, and she went to live with her mother in Los Angeles. There, a man in the neighborhood began to invite young Danielle over to his house. She loved the attention from him until the day he raped her. I knew that I hated men even more. Even more. Because now I'm 12 years old and I had already been molested at 8. My dad tried to kill me when I was 10. And now this man who I trusted just raped me. I hated men. But years later, Danielle's attitude towards men softened. When she was a teenager, she fell in love for the first time and thought he was in love too. So this older man is telling me everything that I wanted to hear and more. I just wanted to just be his. After the first time she slept with him, the man told her he was a pimp and wanted her to be his prostitute. Danielle was devastated and refused. Then she discovered she was pregnant with his child. Every time I get with a guy, something bad is happening. I'm done. Then you tell me I'm pregnant? I'm 13. I'm in the 8th grade. What am I going to do with a baby? And the baby's father is a 27-year-old pimp. Danielle delivered prematurely, and the baby died within hours. It was over. As far as me caring about life, me caring about myself, me caring about men. Oh, men was out the question. I was done. My rage. It was a rage that I had for men. The sight of men made me sick. A friend convinced her she could manipulate and control men by stripping. She started dancing in nightclubs, and prostitution quickly followed. She pushed away any thought that what she was doing was wrong. Even though she had been raised in a church, she had no moral convictions. I didn't care. I knew who God was. I knew that what I was doing was wrong, but I didn't care. I hated men, and I thought this was a way to repay them. That's how I looked at it. I'm getting them back for them hurting me, and I felt like I had the upper hand now, because before you guys had the upper hand and you were hurting me. Now the roles have switched, and that's how I looked at it. One day, Danielle was invited onto the set of a porn film in Hollywood. And I saw the check that was written out to one of the girls there. And I said, that's what you got for doing that? Where do I sign up? Because I was making a lot of money as a dancer and as an escort already, you know. But with the porn, I looked at it, that would be an even better way for me to make even more money. And I said, okay, let's go for it. After so long, it became normal. It became cool that I was a porn star. Danielle continued as a call girl as well, and one night she accepted a client who turned out to be a psychopath who wanted to kill her. Open the door! And for 3 weeks, that man came in there and he raped me and he beat me and he told me over and over again, I'm going to kill you. You're not leaving here. And I believed it. I knew that I was supposed to die. And every day I got weaker and weaker and weaker to the point where I just gave up. I collapsed to the floor. And I wept. And I wept and I wept. But I laid there and I cried so much that I couldn't speak. And I got my words together and I said, Lord, if you get me out of this, I'll change my life for you. Don't let me die like this. Not like this. 19 years old. He had to get me to that point to show me that I'm God. I'm still God. It's me and you. And at that very moment, I got my salvation. Danielle prayed to accept Jesus Christ. A few days later, a man overheard her crying and helped her escape. She immediately severed her relationships with anyone in the sex industry and started going to church. Surrounded by new friends, Danielle's life began to change. I was starting to fall in love with Christ. And the more I did that, the more he started to purge me and deliver me and heal me. The more I reached out to him, the more he worked in me. Everything that I didn't have, the relationship with my mother, the relationship with my father, the hurt from men, he filled every void. Danielle is now in ministry full-time, sharing the love of Jesus Christ. There's no sin too big or too bad for Christ. And when everyone else leaves you, he'll never leave you no.
I understand where she's coming from.
And I'm a living witness, a walking example of what Christ can do in somebody's life.
It's this damn computer and stuff. But there's a lot of people that felt like this. But more than Danielle. But I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. A lot of people are raised to hate. Yeah, they have been taught. They have been taught. It's been taught. It's been taught for so long. Where do you think this hate is coming from? This hate is coming from, Satanism. Yeah, it has. That rage that she's talking about, how many people that say they are Christians, but yet why is it that when people do something wrong, why they want to go to God all of a sudden? When the people that's doing wrong, now they want to do right all of a sudden. See, it's confusing. But you know what? I can't blame her feel the way she felt, because there are a lot of women feel this way. Even me, I've been hurt by women. I used to hate women, except my mother. But I learned that all women are not like this. I understand it. I just think people got to be careful who the people they hurt. Just like that damn neighbor that I had that started getting feud with. People was raised, been taught to hate. They was brought up. That's why you can't. People need to keep their religion to themselves. Some people believe in God. People believe their own God. Hate has been taught. Some people don't have no friends. I mean, I don't got no friends. I got friends on YouTube. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand some people raised to hate. They raised to be prejudiced. They raised to be jealousy. They raised to be envy. That's just how people was taught. People was taught like that. So some people gonna change for the way they are. People gonna stay the way they are. That's just how it is. I don't know. People don't want to hear that and all this other stuff, and that's okay. So I understand it. They feel like giving up. That's just. I understand why some people like that. I get it. I understand it. And there's no way you could talk through to them, because they're gonna continue to be in the way they is now. So it doesn't even matter. The only matter is you gotta let it alone. I just think that women needs to be careful who the men they get involved in their lives. Just like men got to be careful who the women that they get involved in their lives. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Be careful who the people that you dealt with, because it's just like playing cards and off around the table. Because you got to know what you look at your left hand, but you don't know what your right hand is doing. It's like that. So people understand this, man. Is that no matter what you believe in, you have to believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, what else will? I just think that that sex is going to be here to stay. Sex has been around above human and animal nature and animal if human beings. I just think we need to be kind to animals and kind to human beings. And all I can say about this is God and much blessed to y'all, and keep doing what y'all doing, all right? And it's your boy Domination. This is Back of the Basic. Chuckle the Deuce is how we do it, Texas, baby. Until next time, all right? All right. Peace, and I'm out.